This playthrough is rated T for teen.
If you had a chance to change your fate, would you? Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with the finale of E7. Last time we got to the bottom of the Well of Souls, and now we're ready to grind. Well, I've already grinded off screen. I think it took me about an hour. Yeah, hour or two to grind up all the stuff I need for everything I need. So, oh yeah, off screen I went to Zanzibar to buy the A-list urn for just to make item drops easier while I was running around. So, all right, yeah, we've almost filled out the whole thing. Yeah, I was joking last episode about how it doesn't fill up. It does fill up. It's just I was just messing with people when I was doing that. So, but that would really mess with my OCD if you made a setup like this and didn't fill it out completely, though. All right, let's get the rest of the side quest completed by synthesizing the rest of the yeah, let's get the agility compound. And that'll get her set up. Excellent. With this, we can finally synthesize spirit elixirs for the first time in centuries. Amazing. With your help, I should be able to revive many of our ancient synthesis methods long considered lost. I'd like to offer you my thanks. Please take this with my regards. And for completing the synthesis side quest, we get an energy charm. This may be somewhat unbecoming of me, given the crisis Altago is facing, but I'm elated that at long last, synthesis research can finally continue unabated. Thank you so much. And we completed quest 16, so, alright. I understand the gravity of the situation Altago is facing, and I'll do my part by making elixirs for you. I know the battle ahead will be tough, so please feel free to come by anytime you need to. So if you're having trouble on like the harder difficulty, nightmare difficulty, you could just grind the compounds all day, but I'm not going to do that. So, oh yeah, energy charm. Show that off. Let's see where you at. Energy charm fills the party's extra gauge much more quickly. So, and then, oh wait, no, this doesn't want to go over there. I wanted to make more stuff. All right, let's synthesize the energy stone, which is I think one of the last. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was supposed to go talk to. That's right. I was gonna finish off the side quest. That's what I was doing. So, all right, let's go talk to the. Let's see. Give him the final stone, which is a moonstone. My, what have you got there? May I take a look? You showed him a moonstone. This is a moonstone for the Well of Souls. I've read about these in the Iskin records, but to hold one. Let's talk about the Dragon Warrior this time, shall we? Every Altaginian tribe has warriors who protect and fight for the people, but legends tell of a special warrior who only appears under very specific circumstances, the Dragon Warrior. He is given a special charge and is regarded in all accounts as Altago's hero and savior. But to my surprise, it seems his destiny is to lose the fight, becoming the catalyst for Altago's destruction. If the rite of demise is completed, we will all return to the Well of Souls. Destroying and restarting this world seems like a necessity, but is it right? Is it true in no other way? This is all I know. The people's faith in the five dragons faded as time passed. If their faith had been passed down more fervently from one generation to the next, this crisis could have been averted. But this is a token of my gratitude for providing me with such wonderful materials for my research. Alright, get the Black Talisman for completing the quest. You are the embodiment of Altago's hope. Please win this fight and give us a chance to atone for our sins. And complete the final quest of the game. Alright, let's take a look at the black stone. Where is it at? Or not blackstone, the black charm or whatever. Where are you at? Maybe I'm looking in the Black Talisman. Guard against malice has a chance to nullify enemy damage. So that's pretty nice. But it's a small chance, so. Alright, let's make the final accessory of the, well, yeah, I guess final accessory with the energy stone. Or energy orb, sorry. Yeah, it gives you SP by just walking around, so. Now, I mentioned last episode how to get the Blackstone, Moonstone, Iron Ore if you're looking to do that, so. Alright, synthesize an energy orb. Not got equipped it, but that'll be the final accessory that we need. Oh yeah, we can also go over our monsters list. As you can see, I'm going over it again, even though I did it last episode. Is all complete except for these. These are all the final bosses, so we have to go through quite a few variations of the boss there. So, synthesis at this point, if you've gotten every single every single drop in the game from that, you can create stuff. It should fill out the list automatically, and as long as you go to a store to show them that you've got everything. So you don't actually have to make everything in the game. You just have to have been shown it in the shop to be able to make it. And then quests, yeah, all quests are done. And then monster list, like I said, everything's complete except for the final monster list. Alright, let's synthesize the final equipment. You should do this, well, if you're playing Nightmare or hard mode, you should synthesize all the equipments because you're going to need it. Okay, so let's get, yeah, Ram Sema to Elk there. And then the El Arbazel to Krushi. And then the Antichristoph to Mishera. And then the Zeno Ides to Gase there. Abascuta to Aisha. Saracent Noah to Dogi. Oh yeah, off screen I finished Dogi and Aisha's skill list. I just went back and bought the old equipment I mentioned in the last episode. So they're 100% finished off on skills. But anyway, the Saracent Noah for Dogi. And then finally, the best weapon in the game, the Carrion for Adol. So now you can hit anyone with whatever. So. And then armor-wise, yeah, get a couple of Seiya armors for Adol and Krushi. And then Null Pains for Dogi and Geis. And Void Clothes for Aisha, Elk, and Mishera. And then the Innocent Shield for Adol there. And then armored Genma for everyone, so. Yeah, I made sure I had everything I needed for everything, so. Alright, so that's it for all of our equipment. I don't think I have, let's see. So I made all that. I'm trying to remember what the actual item is for that. It's not the Panacea. I really don't need to, and the thing is, I actually don't need to fill up my, I mean, I guess I could. I don't need to fill up my, well, if I have enough items, I'll fill up my item stuff, but I don't really need it, so. Yeah, so I don't really need, oh yeah, I'm already filled up on those anyway, so. Alright, I think, other than that, you can go, there's only one other item I haven't bought yet, which is the, in Zanzibar's shop. Which is the Ares seal, but I need 1 million gold for that. So I'm actually pretty close. I could just sell. I don't technically need the Mirror Time, but I might buy one just to have it, since I didn't actually buy one. And then actually, let's see if I can sell enough for that. I could sell the rest of my weapons. I don't need them anymore, so we've got everything we need. So. Since all our skills are activated and everything like that, so. Alright, let's buy the Airy Seal so we can make our gauge fill up faster. Alright, so yeah, there's the Mirror of Time. Yeah, I almost never buy the Mirror of Time, so I was actually forgetting which slot like went there and was like, yeah, Mirror of Time. And then there's the Airy Seal. I guess we could equip that for the final battle, why not? Alright, let's see. Party-wise, for now, we're just going to use Krushi and Aisha. Don't need any more drops, so I can ignore that. Let's see. Let's give you the... At least for this next section, we'll just give you the Power Wrist, Bandana, and Crimson Jewel. But, alright. Head on to the final area of the game. With everyone maxed out, I mean, I don't have max levels, but I don't need max levels to beat normal mode. Scias, we meet for the last time. Time to take you down after everything you did, you jerk. So you came. Perhaps I should welcome you to the origin of our life. Scias. Huh, that's perfect. I have something to settle with you. Yeah, finally time to beat you, and we don't have plot armor anymore for you, so... No, there's no need to be hasty. Rashness will only guard your judgment. You may find yourself foolishly determined to fight for an impossible cause. You son of a... Adol Kristen, the dragon warrior of this era. You may have acquired all of the dragon stones, but you do realize that your fight is hopeless, do you not? We won't know until we try. The dragon warrior cannot stop the destruction of Altego. Or more precisely, no dragon warrior has ever succeeded this far. Ah, but you haven't met Adol and his red hair before, have you? Is that what you mean to say? Indeed. How many times do you think Altego has been destroyed since its creation? How many dragon warriors do you think have fought in vain and died? It doesn't matter. We will not just stand idly by and let this happen without putting up a fight. That's right. There's always a chance. We won't know if we can succeed until we give it our best effort. What commendable conviction. Though I am sure the best dragon warriors felt exactly the same way. In the end, they all failed, which is why this Altego exists. From the seed of the last Altego, the next is born. If you do not understand that, you will never win against me, to say nothing of Dia. Damn you! Scias, I acknowledge your strength, and I commend your conviction. You may even be right about all this. But we've chosen to fight, each and every one of us. And we're gonna win, no matter what. We've already made up our minds about that. Nothing's gonna change them. Yeah, damn straight. We'll force our way through and we'll open Tia's eyes. Open Tia's eyes? What the hell are you laughing at? There's nothing you can do to change Tia's fate. I've watched her over for the past 18 years. I know better than anyone that there's no saving Tia. This is the duty all Iskin elders must be prepared to face. It is a cruel destiny, but an inexorable one. The resolution to carry out that duty with our own hands in this era is and always was her choice, and hers alone. You dare say you understand her? I can't. ... It's her destiny, then? Enough talk. Let's get started. Uh-oh. He's powered up. But I thought you could beat us before. Why do you need a power-up, man? Well, apparently it's just like... Night of Despair, size. Apparently it's like most medieval fantasy games where the less clothes you wear, the more protection you get. The conditions to carry out the right to demise have been met. Once the Dragon Warrior is defeated within the Well of Souls, the rite will be completed. I would allow fools! Yeah, you insolent fools! Like you to lay even one finger on my leash. Though I'm certain she'll mourn you when I'm through. My faculties as the dual blade of Iska have been granted to me for the sole purpose of protecting the Iskin Elder. And I shall use them to crush your so-called hope! But you're only using a single blade there, dude. Come, Dragon Warrior, or shall I say, Adol the Red. You will know soon enough that all your efforts were for naught. All your efforts are all for naught for boss battle against Scias, and basically acts the exact same way when we fought him the last time. Same exact attacks. He's just now we can actually, because of our equipment, we can now actually hurt him. Well, we could hurt him before, but eventually he would get a no, he would get like 100% invincibility type of guard. So it's basically the same strategy as before. Just hit Scias with Aisha to build her up. Hit then use a pentagram with Adol. Oops. And then when you get your tank build up, use Crushi because of her power stat is maxed out. So oops. And if you're playing on any other difficulty other than like Nightmare, you'll probably like just wreck this guy pretty easily. So much for the dual blade of Iskin, huh? I was trying not to grind levels so I wouldn't be that high by the time I fight him, but you know, there's certain drops that prevent me from. I gained like I think 1 or 2 levels while gaining the stuff I needed, so which is just yeah. You could probably beat this at like 50 or 55 if you really want to, especially with the final equipment. It seems I underestimated you, Adol. Now I understand your power as both a swordsman and an adventurer. Yeah, I've had 6 adventures before this, man, so, you know, you're kind of hosed in that regard. Scias? My duty was to protect the Elder Efiska, but I could not protect Tia from her own feelings, from her own heart. Tia was always so lonely. The heavy burden of the one who must bring down the world. She was helpless before it. However, after she met Maya, she began to smile. I had hoped that if at all possible, I could protect their happiness forever. Scias? Your Royal Highness, I truly regret killing your father. He was a good man. Please, forgive me. Not just a good man, a great man. So great that I wish to forget my duties. ... No, screw you, dude. You murdered an innocent man, so... And Adol, I must apologize to you as well. It was my own decision to frame you as the assassin. It was to test your strength, but I realize now it was too much. This is farewell, Dragon Warriors. Warriors? Come out to play? No. Though know that defeating me does not change the hopelessness you face. I shall be watching you from the depths of the Well of Souls. I look forward to what your answer will be after you've confronted Tia. Unless Scias, well, I mean, he kind of goes to another dimension if you want to go old school censored on this, but Scias, ... Such an idiot. It feels like he quit while he was still ahead. But this is it. The next one is the last. She's waiting for us. Yeah, we have no choice, huh? We cannot avoid this fight. In her powers, they are beyond imagination. No dragon warrior that's come before has been able to defeat her. I'm ready. Tia? No turning back now. Oh, sorry. No turning back now. We need to show that we have the strength to overcome the most dire circumstances. Adol, we should make sure we're ready before moving forward. Make sure we've got absolutely everything we need. From here on, we'll have to work as one. Yeah, whether we like it or not, this is the end. Let's get ourselves ready, then go see Tia and talk some sense into her. Isn't the world being destroyed? Do I really have the... But there's really no reason to go back. I mean, I'll still, I might as well heal up, I guess, but... I think most of us gained a level, though, so it's kind of pointless. Alright, make sure to actually equip stuff with the rest of your companions for this. So, let's see. Dogi, see, I might just give him a power. I could give him that Gavel of Souls. I might just give him the Power Wrist 2 maybe at this point, so. Let's see. So let's give you the Gavel of Souls, I think. And then give Elk the Peculiar Earrings. And then Mishera. Actually, I could give her the the one that drops your extra gauge fills it faster, so I give her the energy charm. Let's see, skill wise. Trying to think of which skills I actually give the rest of the characters. Dogi, I think he's good with like Blaster Kick, Kaiser Rush, and Bash. I mean, I might give him Grand Slam just to have like one really good strong ability. I could give him the was it the where is the one that like knocks your stuff by half or whatever? Blue Jewel, because I do have a couple of those. Or sorry, that's by 4th. I mean, so nah. I think we'll actually be fine there. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's do it. Time to see Tia Luna. Oh yeah, I guess I could have gone over Scias' stats. Oh well. I mean, technically. So Tia's just beyond this door, huh? Everyone, ready? Understand that we are attempting the impossible. We need to work as one. I'm ready. Yeah, let's go see Tia. Let's go. To the place where Altego was born. Alright, now I can. Scias, level 58. Yeah, it shows off all his stats because you can only find it once. So, unrivaled swordsman who protects the Iskin chief was part of the conspiracy to destroy Altego. So, all right. This part's pretty much just a like run through to the end type of situation. So, yeah, you can see the Well of Souls in the distance there. It would have been more appropriate just to walk this way, but walk this way. And then, we'll do a final save, I guess, even though I don't really need it. So. Tia Luna, we meet for the first time for the last time. Oh wait, no, we've met her before. Ah. Tia. Dot. So, Scias, he has passed. It was originally my duty alone, but I got him involved and now he's gone. Fortunately, everything will return to nothing, and the cycle of death and rebirth shall begin again. Like me, he was doomed from the start, and his death will not be in vain. Tia? She's not kidding around here. She's totally serious. I mean, yeah, with that outfit, you know she's serious. Please just stop it. Why are you doing this? You know it hurts you. Scias told you, didn't he? That is my fate, my inexorable, inescapable destiny. I cannot stop these events. They are already in motion. All of Altego will be absorbed into the Well of Souls soon after the rite has been completed. So this is the place where the rite of demise is to occur then. All the poor souls lost in the anomalies through Altego are being brought right to this very spot. Tia, stop this, please! I don't know how important this duty is to you, but I can tell you now it is a load of malarkey. Well said, Dogi. He's right, Tia. Just stop this now. If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find another way. Cessation of this rite would strip my existence of its meaning. And besides, I cannot allow any more suffering to occur, and that's all I'd accomplish by delaying the inevitable. What? But Tia, a world that has lost its way and become engulfed in chaos. Too many lives have suffered and sought deliverance for too long. Postponing the end any longer will only result in more suffering, more pain, more disease. There is only one option available to me, only one way I can make things right. I must fulfill my duty. I must bring about the end of the current Altego and give this world a new opportunity. Tia, you... It is true that the pain caused by the recent anomalies cannot be healed. The mad Titanos, the multitude of people suffering from Iskin fever, all of this was caused by the disorder that has accumulated in the light of Altego. Then the disorder can only be made right through complete destruction, and delaying the inevitable end will only result in more suffering. But that means... Don't tell me you didn't. You decided to do this because Maya caught Iskin fever, didn't you? ... Tia, you're kidding me. So that's why you decided to bring about the end of Altego with your own hands. ... I'll never forgive you for killing my father. I was gonna make you pay for it no matter what. But this is... It would have been better if you turned out to be simply evil. Well, she can still be simply evil. It's all a matter of perspective, right? Adol, Kristen, I truly regret dragging you into all this. You are an outsider. Our paths never should have crossed. I can only call it fate. The end is near. Draw your sword. Well, if I must, I must. Adol swore they would defeat this root of all existence and rescue Tia from her cruel fate. I didn't think you could fight existence, but okay. ... Or, you know what I mean, fate. Adol. I'm with you. If Tia's doing this all for the right reasons, there's no stopping her. All we can do is the exact same thing. We'll do what we think is right. Put an end to this vicious cycle. Yeah. That's a spirit. The eternal root that is ruled of Altego and govern all who dwell therein. What we are doing is, in essence, attempting to kill that root, but I'll give my life for that cause. We'll never give up Altego, and in order to protect it, we'll beat you, if that's what it takes. And we're gonna bring you back with us. We made a promise. ... Adol, it seems you really are different from the Dragon Warriors at the best. Perhaps it is for the best that you are my last opponent. The moment you are defeated, your despair shall be that much greater. The destruction will take place and all will end painlessly. Well, there will be some pain. For you, the maiden of demise, Tia Luna. Let us begin. I, Tia Luna, Rem Escalia, the elders of Isco, who bears the world's demise, do solemnly beseech thee, O root that feeds upon despair, bring destruction to this land, that it may be reborn anew. Let all souls become as one, attain peace, and give birth to new life. I'm gonna give you peace for new life for boss battle against Tia Luna herself. All right, so she's got a couple of allies here that we need to use to finish off, so that way they're just more annoying. They have like some spreading attacks and stuff like that. It shouldn't, if you've got your final equipment, you should be good. So all right, so Tia Luna is gonna be using her staff to try to strike us. Whoops, I didn't mean to use that ability. Use Adol with pentagram, and then switch to Crushi, which when you get her thing filled up, and we finished her off. So much for a final boss. Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking over her line. I think she said like too much or something. I'm sorry. It was so light, I could barely hear it. Well, so much for a final boss battle, huh? Did we do it? Yeah, it's really not that hard of a fight, really, because like I said, her two allies are a little bit tough. I believe they're weak to smash, if I recall correctly, and they're supposed to have a lot of defense, but we kind of destroyed them pretty quickly, so... ... You are indeed incredible to defeat me. If you are the ones, then maybe, just maybe... I almost thought about doing the final boss battle without the ultimate equipment, because that made it a lot easier, so... Hey! Are you alright? The fight is not over. Get ready. What do you mean? We beat you, right? You're the final boss. Right? Right? Oh, yeah. The root. What the hell? The current of souls changed. It can't be. Is this... Rule Andy, the root of all existence, itself, your true opponent. It is the very order that governs the whole of Altego. We have to fight the root itself. The root of all evil and all that. It thinks it's the root of good, but... So what is it going to turn into? Is it going to turn into a crystal thing or a big old dragon or something like that? Damn it! Alright, Tiamat. No, but kind of. It's like a weird plant dragon thing. Hey, don't screech at me, Rule Endy. What the? Look at that thing. This is the root? There is no good or evil in the root. It is merely a reflection of Aldigo itself. Please, please win. Oh, well, thanks, lady. Wait, why is it splitting off like that? That's weird. You know, this kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy VII, actually. Because... Alright, so yeah, you get split off into 3 parties for this fight, so this is why you want to make sure you have all your gear for everyone here, so that way you're not hosed. Alright, for final boss battle against Rule Ende himself, so first group is Dogi, Mishera, and Elk. So, since I don't have a really good SP grinder, I'm just going to have to use Mishera. Now, the problem with this fight is that he is invincible until the dragon heads appear. So, until they pop down on the ground, you pretty much just have to play the waiting game on this part. So, the dragons each all do different elemental attacks. Basically, I use Dogi's final finisher for... I'm getting hit way too easily against this fight. Yeah, this is basically a war of attrition. Actually, maybe I should at this point just... Oops. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately it won't be as much of a cakewalk as with the other group. I'm so used to the battle bandana that, yeah, I'll probably for this fight I'll probably end up having to actually heal, so. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Ah! I keep somehow pressing the wrong button. Yeah, just run to the side if that happens, so. Up. Get him. Yeah, you basically have to weaken the heads to actually get to his body, so... Yeah, I don't like this fight just because it's one of those drag-out fights, so... Really what I should have done is I should have built up my SP gauge for when I actually kill one of the heads. Oops. Might switch to Elk for a bit. I also want to build up my, there we go, extra gauge for Dogi when I swap to him, so. Oh, come on, just one more hit, man. Ow! Oh, come on! more build up. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Yeah, what? This one's the annoying one. Ow! Uh-oh. Alright, yeah, I'll have to actually heal during this fight, so... let's see. Choose the Viral Incense. Weirdly enough, the later fights actually aren't that bad. Oops. Ah, I ran into that. Yeah, just run to the front here. No. Ah, nuts. Uh-oh, whoops. Ah. Yeah, I'm pretty bad about dodging stuff during this encounter. See, I need to use, oh. There we go, got him, stunned him. Ah, I was hoping to get an extra attack by the time There you go. At least I avoided that one, so. Wow, that thing really just like charged up on me, man. Uh-oh. Ah. It keeps. Ah, come on. That's such bull crap. It got me caught in between the characters. Oh, come on, you got it. There we go, got him finally. Yeah, I always have trouble with this version. Well, this is the hardest part of the boss actually. Is this one so? All right, now it's Aisha, Krushi, and Geis. This one's a little bit more easier to do because he's vulnerable the whole time, so. Ah. This one you want to use Dragon, her Dragon Burst on this guy for the most damage. Let's use Krushi there. Oh, no. Whoops. Yeah, like I said, I'm doing a lot more damage a lot quicker than... Oh, well, I might still have to heal because I'm using Aisha. And of course, I swap to her while they do that one attack. Oh, dang it. Come on. Oops. I mean, it's the final battle, so I'm not really that worried about trying not to use HP heals, but. Oh. I was about to say, that should be the end of him, so. And then finally, Adol against, alright, so what you have to do is you have to destroy these little pillar things here. Before you can do an, oops, no. I was gonna dodge, but the game didn't let me dodge. Ah, nuts. I hate when I do that. I get focused on, well, this. Oh, come on. Ah, cheap. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's still easier than the other fight, but I'm so bad about being able to dodge. Or you can flash guard most of these attacks. I'm just really bad about it. Whoops. Ah. Ah, dude. Well, I'm probably pretty bad at this fight just because it's been a while since I've actively fought him, so. There's this gooey center. Yeah, hopefully you've built up your... Yeah, this fight's a lot easier if you've got a... Oops. Ah. This is what I get for trying to, like, charge on in. Taking all that unnecessary damage. Ah. Ah. Like I said, I'm really bad about flash guarding. But I do kind of like this. It's probably one of the more interesting fights in East, just because of the you know, split party, and we get Adol gets to have his kind of like solo scene, you know, like he would from the previous games. But with that, the root of destruction has been destroyed. Yeah, time to root this thing in the bud. Well, probably could have said that earlier, but me. Either way, we beat the game. All right, time to just enjoy the ending. Yeah, that fight's a lot tougher on Nightmare mode because, you know, like I said, I'm not good at flash guarding and all that, so... And I'm pretty reckless. So, on normal difficulty, I'm always reckless because I've got plenty of healing, so... The right has been halted. Good. This is good. Is it? What about the Iskin Fever and all that other stuff? Adol asked Tia to return home with him. Is that a proposal there, Adol? Are you gathering another bevy of, ladies for your harem? What? Yeah, seriously. Your duty's over. We won. You lost, and you're just a normal girl now. So let's get the hell out of here and go home. Adol, Dogi. Thank you. Huh? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, what does happen when you stop the rite of destruction or whatever? What the? I do not like what these tremors represent. Me either. With the roots gone, the well of souls is no longer a necessary construct. Soon this place will collapse. What? Nani? Tia, you need to come with us. Well, yeah, she can come with us. We could pick her up and take her with us. Like, I dragged too many people into this tragedy. I even spilled the blood of the innocent to speed up the process. Oh yeah, you killed her father, killed like a lot of innocent people. Iskin fever, you know. I've completed. Oh, though Iskin fever isn't technically her fault. I've completed my role. I deserve to perish here, so please leave me. Actually, she probably does deserve to be dropped here. So, what are you talking about? Don't say things like that. But she has done evil. Are we doing the whole Eastern idea of there's always redemption for everyone, no matter how bad it is? You have no right to talk like that. I mean, when you really look at Tia, because of all the events she's a mass murderer. So, like, if it was me, I'd be like, no, you're probably right. She does deserve this. But, you know, it's one of those JRPG type of tropes, so whatever. It's because she's a pretty girl. That's why we forgive her. So, didn't I tell you? I'm not going to forgive you. But you're not the only one to blame for this. It was my people that started driving all of Altego to its end. Except they didn't kill all these people with the miasma. Okay, whatever. Enough to blame for being foolish. Enough to force this burden on you. But I believe that you have a good heart. A good heart that forces the death of multiple people. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna argue that anymore, viewers. You've already heard my explanations. Or my thoughts and things. I know that you love Altego and that you love your sister. ... Let's go home. We can atone for our sins. We for ours and you for yours. Aisha. Adol reached his hand out to Tia. ... Okay. I mean, I guess technically you can't fix what you've done if you're dead, but still. We don't have much time. We need to get out of here before everything collapses. All right. Sorry. All right. I was doing the wrong voice. Hang on to your butter, everyone, because it's time to churn. Let's get the hell out of here. What? What's with your mannerisms there, Dogi? Like, I churn it up? I mean, I get it. It's just, you know. Oh, wow, we just kind of ran out of there. Couldn't we just teleported? What is it, going to explode like a action movie? Surprised you weren't carrying her, like fireman style. The Well of Souls is sealed and shut now. Yeah. Well, it's just got to be staying on the planet, though, at this point, because it's just a hole. The Wind of Destruction also seems to have cleared up. So it's over. The Order no longer exists. Everything became light and disappeared just like that. Who's there? Is that the Moon Dragon? Where are you? Destined warrior, thou hast broken the order, and thy companions ye hath fought well. Why are you guys here? You didn't do anything. This world we give to you. Order, justice, balance. You are now to decide for yourselves and lead this world to prosperity as you see fit. Oh, right, with Root gone. It's now up to us to sustain Altego, right? But then the dragons? No need to fear. We are the will of Altego itself. We are but one side of the root. We leave the new world to you. Thus is our final duty complete. ... And there they go, back to their home planet. And they died along the way. The end. No. Well, looks like destroying it fixed Iskin fever and all that, so alright, hooray! Crazy, the miasma's completely cleared up.
Ah.
Oh yeah, Cruci had Iskin fever too. Cruci, what's wrong?
The power of the great flame dragon. And my Iskin fever.
It's because the 5 great dragons have all disappeared. And since the root's gone now too, there's nothing to cause Iskin fever anymore.
Yes. The beings that sustain this world have all disappeared. From here on, even if Valdego loses its balance, there will be no dragons or root to set things right. If humanity should walk down the wrong path, Valdego will truly end.
Yeah. We're gonna need to keep on our toes. It's hard to take you seriously, Tia, with that outfit on, by the way.
We need a new order for our world. We cannot live only for the sake of human prosperity. We must find a way to coexist in harmony with the land. Yes, we must not let the dragons down.
Yeah, no problem. We'll be fine. It may not go very well at first, but if we all work together.
Hearing that puts me at ease.
Tia? ... What the? Hey, Tia.
Adol, everyone, thank you for showing kindness to someone like me. But I, like the dragons, am a fragment of the ancient order, tied inexorably to the root of all existence. Wait, Tia, you can't.
You're kidding, right? You can't be serious. ...
Please don't look so sad. If you had failed and the cycle had taken place unimpeded, I would still have died. I was doomed from the start. I am glad to have known you. I saw potential in living beings.
Hey, Tia. Tia, stop it. Don't say things like that. Why? Why must you go? ... Do you have any regrets?
Indeed I do. But for me to hope now would only cause her pain. And I don't think it's possible.
Hey, what the hell's going on? Okay, had Maya run that fast to get over there, I call BS on that. Huh? What are you doing here? I don't know. This kid just run off all of a sudden. What's going on here?
Maya. Tia!
Oh, her voice came back. I guess it was mental.
Maya, you spoke. Don't go. Don't go. Tia, please don't go. Maya, you've recovered. ... Commander, thank you. Thank you for bringing Maya here.
Stop it. I didn't do anything. That aside, what's going on here?
Adol, Dogi, Aisha, everyone, thank you for making my wish come true. I don't know what will become of Valdego from here on out, but if humanity can create a new order and strive to keep it, then perhaps Valdego can continue to be a land of abundance. Then maybe one day maybe I'll be able to meet you all again.
No! Damn it!
No! Tia, no! I'm sorry, Maya. You brought me joy. I'm grateful for that. But don't worry. I will always watch over you. So please, please never forget to smile.
As time progresses, the wounds of the past begin to heal. The long process of rebuilding our homes and our lives has begun. Five tribes are needed now more than ever. And as each tribe rises to meet that need, it reclaims its original sense of purpose. I've noticed a newfound awareness in those around me as they face the brave new world ahead. A world without the 5 great dragons and without the roots, where every one of us shapes our own destiny. But that is, after all, the natural order of things. We each are responsible for our own actions, and now we must face their consequences head on. Politically, Altego is back up and running again. The Dragon Knights have returned to active duty with heavy hearts, but a newfound determination. And well, I've got my hands full trying to fill my father's shoes. I've always lived a sheltered life, and now it's time for me to step up and bring true peace back to Altego. And I mustn't forget about the adventurer Adol Kristen. He stuck around in Altego for a little while, helping to rebuild along with everyone else. But Wanderlust tugs at him like an invisible string. A peaceful land like this can't hold him for long. It was hard for me to say goodbye, but ultimately I knew he had to set off on his next journey. And when he and Dogi came to say farewell, I made a promise to them. I told them the next time they came to visit, they'd be greeted by fields resplendent with those white flowers she loved so much. I bet our little flower girl will be bringing me another one today. She tends to them constantly, lovingly, and it's not just to keep a promise, but to brighten the sadness of the past and welcome each day with new joy in life. And time to watch the credits roll. Well, what an adventure we had. We finally got to Altego after multiple adventures of trying to reach there, at least according to behind-the-scenes story stuff or whatever. We finally made it to Altego and then finds out that it's about to collapse from its own, like, hubris and corruption or whatever. But, you know, like always, Adol is there to save the day and break fate, apparently, at least in this one. I don't know if the other... I'm trying to remember if the other games were mentioned breaking fate, but this one specifically talks about it, so... Yeah, this game actually had despite being kind of like just a standard hack and slash, it did have enough interesting things about it to make it stand out. You know, it brought people back to Ys's notice after Ys 6. It'd been a while since Ys 6 by this point. One of the big things is obviously it's one of the first games. I think it's one of the first games Dogi's an active player. Like he can actually be chosen as a character to help Adol because. In previous times, he'd only been a side character that like would help in the background, but this is the first game that he actually joins you. So that's a big thing for those who were, you know, want Dogi to join in on the fun. But to the story twist at the end, it kind of surprised. Well, I guess it kind of did and didn't surprise me at the same time because like you could only have so many active characters because I knew the main bad guy wasn't going to be like the merchant, the head of the Prime Minister, and it wasn't going to be his son, obviously, because they weren't too detailed about it. But the whole being Scias and Tia was kind of enough of a twist. You're like, oh, holy crap, you know, that type of thing. So it generally surprised me the first time that it occurred, you know. And then obviously all the different dialogue changes after major events always keeps the world fresh and changed with the ability of synthesis. You can you know, craft your character. You know, maybe a little bit, if you're willing to grind a bit, you can get a little bit more power out of it, or just buying stuff, depending on how much you want to go through it. Also, the twist of swapping out characters at multiple points, whether for, you know, Mustafa for Krushi, or Sagrun for Aisha, you know, was nice touch. Although obviously, since they keep their skills, it doesn't piss you off that you lost a character or whatever. Unlike some other games. Although I kind of wish they'd go back to games that would swap out player or characters more often, you know, or actually kill characters that even though you invested in, they still died. You know, we don't get that very much. I'm not saying E should have that. I'm just saying games, some more RPGs or stories should have scenes like that just to kind of like change it up a bit, you know. But obviously, get enough characters to choose from to customize your play style if you like. Although for half the game you're forced to basically with Dogi, Adol, and Aisha for the most part. So it really isn't until the last half of the game to where you really get to kind of explore and change. But you know, that's just kind of how it is with games like this. Yeah, overall the game is overall pretty well designed. No major bugs I was aware of. Most of the abilities, there's a bunch of different abilities to choose from. Although at the end I ended up kind of using a handful of ones because those are the ones I found more useful or more fun to play as than all of them. But you still get the option to have all those different abilities and everything. I kind of wish there was more side quests in the game. There's only 20 side quests in the whole game, which is kind of surprising given although the game itself isn't. I mean, yeah, it took me about less than 40 hours to beat the game, but that's me talking to everyone and showing off all that stuff. If you really played it just straight through, you could probably get within like, you know, less than 10 hours or something like that. Yeah, I wish there was more side quests. I wish there was more characterization with your party members. You only get a short period of time with them initially, and then for the last half of the game, they really don't add much to their characters. You know, like, there isn't much with Elk. Doesn't really have a major scene of him. I mean, he kind of does when you fight the boss, but there's not really a major scene with him getting over the fact of his parents' death, that type of thing. Or, I mean, he evolves off screen basically. The end. Yeah, he kind of grows up off screen. Really, you're not really there to kind of see it. Or, I mean, and then, I mean, yeah, most of the characters kind of evolve off screen. Yeah, I know that's more what I'm talking about. It's more for a full on RPG than an action RPG like this. But I kind of wish there had been more maybe side quests involving the characters, so that way we'd have gotten a few more options for character development. I mean, like I said, it was nice having Dogi part of the group, but it could have just been like a handful of characters and we would have been fine, you know. And I did like the fact Geist made a reappearance again. You know, you thought he'd been just a one-time character, although he doesn't appear in the game after this. But that happens with all East games. It's usually Adol and Dogi are the only constants between all the games. Every once in a while, they'll make a reference to a previous game, or you might hear about someone from a previous game after that. Overall, though, I still like, despite my issues with like the characterization and other such things, overall, it's a very solid game. I said, you know, good story, you know, in terms of like, you know, motivation for exploring the land as well as saving the world, like always. But in this game, it went really hardcore into the world's gonna end. Although later on they do Memories of Celceta and kind of do something similar at that ending, but this ending was very, very dark, as in terms of just, you know, it really would have been the end of the world and the whole you're supposed to fail type of thing. Obviously we knew we weren't gonna fail. That's just one of those things where you're kind of just messing with you at that point. I'm really trying to think what else to say about this game. Music was good. Overall, most of the East games are pretty good soundtracks for the most part. Not as memorable as some of the other games, unfortunately, but I still liked a lot of the soundtracks in this game. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else, so hope you enjoyed my playthrough of this game. I think it was like about 30 episodes or something plus or whatever, so but yeah, overall, very solid gaming experience. Xseed I thought Xseed did a pretty good job of translating very few modern day isms in them, and then most of the Morth's fourth wall breaking was from just like lower level characters you might not even be talking to multiple times, so you don't get too many of those scene breaks, you know, that type of thing. And Nihon Falcom, thank you for making another solid $8 adventure game. Although this would not be, this game coming out would bring East back in the forefront, but it won't be until the next game where East really got back into the mind's eye and people really started noticing East again after all these years. Although the next game is obviously a prequel game to this one. If you want to continue the stories of Adol, where he going forward in time, you need to play East 9, Nox Monstrum or whatever. But if you want to play a bit of a story that occurs before E6, I believe. Yeah, I think it's before E6. Then the next game will be for you. And it's probably my favorite. It might be my favorite out of all the Ys games. At least modern Ys games anyway. Just because of what the story and what it adds and the music and everything to it. But that'll be for another day. So I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of E7 and just everything that came along with it. And I hope you enjoyed watching it. Hopefully my episodes weren't too long. I did spend half of it just talking to people when I could have ignored all that. But I can't help myself. Just wanted to see if you could get little tidbits of either funny or interesting dialogue. Although most of it was the same. But still, there was a few good ones there every once in a while. But anyway, we'll leave it off there. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next game.